In today's video, I'm happy to teach you how to use a 401k properly to maximize your wealth and retire early. Before we start, I want to warn you of two things. The first thing is we're going to keep things simple in this video. And the second thing is that I refuse to give you generic advice. So this is your retirement money on the line. I'm not going to give you some crap advice. I'm going to give you the truth because I actually want to help you out. Now, with that being said, I want to address these very important 401k questions that most people need clarification on. When should you start your 401k? What is the optimal amount to fund your 401k each year? What is the best way to invest your money within your 401k? What should you do with your 401k accounts when you change jobs? What are the most common errors that will cost you a lot of your retirement money? So let's start with this one. When should you start? I'm going to keep it real with you. You know the answer. I know that you know. You should start as early as possible. If you're in your 30s or your 40s, you already know this. Let me emphasize this to people in their 20s. If you're in your 30s or beyond, please back me up in the comments. Let's make this very clear to Gen Z. Now, let me show you the math, and here are the variables. The average 401k return is 5% to 8% a year. So let's work with 7%. And we're using the standard employer match. So this is nothing special. So let's say that you put $100 a month into your 401k. If you start at the age of 35, when you become 65 years old, you will have $170,029. If you start at the age of 30, when you become 65, you will have $248,826. Now, if you start at the age of 25, when you become 65 years old, you will have $359,343. So as you can see from the graphs, the difference becomes exponential, and that's because of compounding. The earlier that you get started, the more time that you'll give your money to compound and to accumulate. So you just witnessed the numbers. The earlier that you get started, the better. Next question, how much should you put into your 401k each year? I would say that you should fund up to at least the company match because this is free money. So I want to explain this. It is common that your employer offers you a match. So for example, if you put $100 into your 401k, then your company will put in an extra $50 into your 401k. So you can think of this as a perk to keep you happy. So this example is a 50% match. You put in $100 and they put in a matching 50%. Some companies are generous. They'll give you a 100% match. If that's the case, if you put in $100, then your company will put in an additional $100, which is awesome. That's a great deal. Some companies may be stingy and offer you only a 25% match, or they might not match at all. Now, this is very important. There is a limit on how much your company will match you. So their generosity has limitations. It is common for a company to limit the match to 6% of your pay. So let me explain this. So if you make $100,000, then 6% of your pay is $6,000, right? In this example, your company will match you up to $6,000. If you put in any additional money into your 401k, past that point, past $6,000, then your company will stop matching you for the year. So in this example, the terms would be a 50% match on 6% of your pay. So how much money should you put into your 401k each year? At least up to the company match, because again, that is free money. If your company offers you a 50% match, then that's like getting a 50% return on your investment immediately. So take advantage of that offer. Now, if you take full advantage of the company match and you still have additional money to put away for retirement, then here are your best options. So number one, you can continue to fund your 401k. There's nothing wrong with this option, and this is if you have the luxury to do so with your budget. Option number two is to consider other retirement accounts. So I personally really like the Roth IRA for flexibility in investment options as well as tax advantages. Your option number three is to consider other tax advantaged accounts. So we're talking about the HSA or a 529 plan. It depends on your situation. So the standard guideline is that you should put away 10 to 15% of your pay for retirements or savings. Now let's talk about how you should invest your money within your 401k. So you will have the option to invest in stocks, bonds, commodities, conservative funds, aggressive funds, value funds, growth funds, domestic, international. There's going to be so many to choose from. What do you do, right? Now, I want to ask you, what is the typical advice that you'll receive about this? All these advisors, they're going to tell you that you should invest your money within your 401k based on your financial objectives, your risk tolerance, your age, right? In my opinion, that is stupid advice. There's no need to complicate this. Let's start with financial objectives. What are these experts talking about? The financial objective of your 401k money is to grow it safely. That's how I would summarize it. So they're going to ask, well, what's the financial objective? Is it early retirement, better retirement, for your child's wedding, for a brighter future? What's the difference? It all boils down to the same thing, growing your money. That's the financial objective. Again, let's keep it simple. Let's not complicate this. Now, how should you invest your money? Well, it depends on your risk tolerance. No, that's just stupid also. Again, let's not complicate this. Your risk tolerance for your retirement money should be low, regardless of your age. So I don't know what kind of stupid question this is. Your 401k money, again, this is for retirement. You are depending on this money. You don't mess around with this money. Your risk tolerance should be low. Now, with that being said, you're going to want to diversify your money within your 401k. So you're going to hear financial advisors saying that if you're younger, you want to allocate more of your money into aggressive funds and more towards stocks, right? So listen, there is no need to get fancy. Spread your money out. Do some stocks, bonds, cash instruments, domestic, international, small caps, large caps, conservative, aggressive. Just spread your money out and diversify. And I would say this if you're in your 20s or if you're in your 50s. Let's be realistic. If you're in your 20s, are you supposed to YOLO all of your money in your retirement account and put everything into aggressive small cap stock funds? No. Well, at least I wouldn't do that. Or if you're approaching retirement, are you supposed to put everything into bond funds and take the risk that something terrible happens in the bond market? No. Why would you be reckless with your retirement money? Spread your money out, diversify. It doesn't matter what your age is. Just keep it simple. Now, let's talk about what to do with your old 401k accounts. About 50 million Americans quit their jobs each year. When you do this, what should you do with your 401k accounts? You're going to have 4 options. Option number 1 is to do nothing. You can leave it with your old employer. Your option number 2 is to transfer your 401k money to your new employer. Option number 3 is to transfer your 401k money to your individual retirement account, your IRA. And your 4th option is to cash it out. You can have a great time with that money, but suffer the consequences of taxes and early withdrawal penalties. So I would highly recommend that you do not choose option number 4. Of option number 1, 2, and 3, to be honest, it's not going to make a big difference. Do whatever is most convenient for you. So it's not like, oh, there's a clear advantage to option number 2. You would be a fool not to do option number 2. No, it's not like that. If you've switched jobs multiple times and you've got 401ks all over the place with multiple employers, then yes, for your convenience, you may want to consolidate them. But if it doesn't bother you, then honestly, it's no big deal. Personally, I would transfer it to my new employer's 401k. That's just my preference, because that way I can keep a better eye on my money. But again, that's just me. Now, let me tell you about the most common 401k errors. So please don't do these and hurt yourself. I am rooting for you, so it pains me to see these things happen. Please watch the fees. I cannot stress this enough. When you're investing your money in your 401k, choose the funds with lower expense ratios. High fees, they're going to leave you with significantly less money. I swear to you, I'm not exaggerating. Over the course of your career, we're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars in fees. So this is so important. I want to see you keep more of your money. Now, please do not borrow money from your 401k. Your 401k may allow you to take a loan from it, but just because you can doesn't mean that you should. It's not ideal. Borrowing money from your 401k is a setback because money that is borrowed is money that's not growing. Now, please avoid early withdrawals. Cashing out your 401k before your retirement age will trigger not just taxes, but penalties as well. So the penalty is 10% right off the top. So if you take out $10,000, then $1,000 goes straight to penalty. And then you have to pay taxes on the full $10,000. Now, here's another common error. It's not increasing your contributions over time. So as you get pay raises over the years, you should increase the amount that you're putting into your 401k. So I know that this seems straightforward, but this is just a friendly reminder. Now, I have to tell you about this one. Hiring a financial advisor is a big waste of money, in my opinion, in most cases. Many financial advisors will charge you a percentage of all your assets that they manage. It's generally around 2% of your assets. So if you hypothetically have $1 million, they're going to charge you $20,000 a year to manage your money. But honest question, what's there to manage when you're investing your money in mutual funds? Not much. So it seems like a ripoff to me. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, please give this video a like. I'd appreciate it very much. And also share this with someone that you care about, because you're going to be doing them a big favor, because this is your retirement money on the line. And you want to make sure that you or someone else that you care about is optimizing their 401k for success. Please subscribe. Thank you so much for all the support, and I wish you a very nice day. Take care.